Why did God give me this life? Sometimes I won't.
Run had the foresight years ago to know what Brooklyn could become, and he played an important role.
Do you think that there is actual cloning going on?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so either times is getting really hard for Beyonce here, or this photo just proved that they are really cloning celebrities.
So it looks like the whispers we've all been hearing for years might actually be rooted in something terrifying. Kanye West just did what he does best. He pulled the curtain back. And this time, he's not just talking about himself, he's talking about Beyoncé. He's claiming they cloned her. And before you roll your eyes and scroll past, you need to hear the details because they are deeply disturbing. For years, fans have argued about why Beyoncé suddenly changed. Her voice shifted, her attitude shifted, even the look in her eyes seemed different. People called it growth, they called it maturity. But what if it wasn't? What if the woman we see headlining tours today is not the same girl who sang Say My Name?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or...
No, that's been known.
That's not a conspiracy theory that we are at the point where we have no problem cloning animals. If you lose a pet, you can send away to these companies and they will...
They'll remix that, send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
At as close a proximity as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Kanye is now insisting that the music industry doesn't just control its biggest stars, it replaces them. And according to him, Beyoncé might be the most famous clone walking the planet right now. This is not a conspiracy theory anymore. This is a warning. To understand why Kanye is saying this now, we have to go back, way back, before the Renaissance tour, before the twins, even before Lemonade. We have to go back to a little girl from Houston named Destiny Hope Knowles. That was her real drive. She wasn't born a superstar. She was built into one by a father who saw dollar signs before anyone else did. Matthew Knowles was strict. Some say too strict. Beyoncé didn't have a normal childhood. She didn't go to sleepovers. She didn't date like a normal teenager. She rehearsed. She was told no more than any child should hear. While other kids were making mistakes, Beyoncé was perfecting routines. And that pressure, it changes a person. Imagine having your entire identity wrapped up in a brand before you can even vote. Imagine your family's entire financial future resting on your vocal cords. She became the leader of Destiny's Child, but even then, people noticed things. There were always rumors about jealousy, about control, about her father being too involved. But she pushed through. She became a solo artist. She became Sasha Fierce. And that's where the first red flag appears. Why did she need an alter ego? She said it was a persona to handle the stage, but people who worked behind the scenes whispered that Sasha Fierce wasn't just a character, it was the beginning of a fracture.
Yeah, Beyonce's on. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
By the time she married Jay-Z, the girl from Houston seemed to vanish. Suddenly, she wasn't just quiet, she was robotic. Her interviews became scripted, her smiles became measured, and the world fell in love with this new, polished queen. But Kanye is asking a dangerous question. Did we fall in love with a robot? Did we fall in love with a copy? Here is where the story turns dark, really dark. Kanye didn't just wake up last week and decide to tweet about Beyoncé. He's been screaming about this for years, but nobody listened because people thought he was just having an episode. But now, insiders are connecting dots that we were too blind to see. An industry source, someone who claims to have worked in the vaults of a major label, recently resurfaced an old rant from a man named Steven. Back in 2016, this man went on a Facebook Live. Nobody watched it then, but Kanye's recent comments made everyone dig it up. In this rant, Steven claimed that Beyoncé was unalived in the early 2000s. He says the original Beyoncé, the one with the gap in her teeth and the slightly raspy laugh, was harvested.
Control me. You get what I'm saying? They could control Shaq. They could control Charles Barkley. They could control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Not you, man.
But they can't control me.
He used a specific term, Baby B. He claims that record labels, desperate to protect their investment, took stem cells early in her career. Why? Because they saw her trying to break free. They saw her wanting to go solo, wanting to make her own decisions, and that terrified them. A solo Beyoncé who thinks for herself is a liability. A clone Beyoncé who follows orders is a goldmine. Steven posted side-by-side photos. On the left, the young girl from the writings on the wall, soft, organic, nervous. On the right, the Cowboy Carter era, sharp, cold, and hyper-perfect. He wrote in the caption, "The chick on the left is her. The chick on the right is a product." And here's the detail that made my stomach drop. He claimed the change happened right around the time she supposedly lost her gap tooth. You remember that, right? Suddenly her teeth were perfectly aligned. We all thought it was just good dentistry. But what if it was a factory reset? But Kanye brings an even heavier layer to this. The cloning isn't just physical, it's psychological control. Kanye has been very vocal about how the industry uses handlers. He says that when you sign a mega deal, you sign away your face, your voice, and eventually your soul. If you try to leave, they don't sue you, they erase you. Look at what happened to Britney Spears. The world watched her break down. They called her crazy, they put her in a conservatorship. But Kanye argues that Beyoncé was too valuable to let break down in public, so instead of a conservatorship, they just swapped her. He claims that the real Beyoncé started asking hard questions about her money. She wanted an audit. She wanted to know why she was working like a mule while others collected the checks. According to the rumor, the moment she started demanding transparency, she had an accident. After that accident, she was never the same. And this is where it gets personal for Kanye. He isn't just gossiping, he's projecting his own trauma. He recently leaked a disturbing text exchange he had with an alleged industry handler. The text gave Kanye two choices. Choice 1, sit down, shut up, and take the pills. Choice 2, get locked up in a facility where they medicate you until you turn into a zombie. The text ended with a chilling line about his kids. Play dates won't be the same. Kanye realized that if he didn't comply, they weren't going to kill him, they were going to keep him alive but erase his mind. They believe they did this exact procedure to Beyoncé. They didn't need to kill her in a violent way, they just needed to kill her will. They put her on a strict schedule, they controlled her diet, her social media, even her relationships. They turned her into a cash cow on autopilot. Think about her marriage. The rumors about Jay-Z have always been messy. People claimed he was with her when she was barely legal. They claimed he isolated her from her family. A former bodyguard who passed away mysteriously right after talking said Jay-Z allegedly kept Beyoncé dependent on substances just to keep her calm. Cloned or not, the control is the same. She isn't allowed to fail. She isn't allowed to age. She isn't allowed to have a bad hair day. That is not a life, that is a performance. And Kanye is saying that the real Beyoncé, the one who loved to laugh, who used to make silly faces in interviews, who was a little awkward, that girl has been gone for over a decade. We are watching a simulation of a superstar.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. But so look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her left.
Let's pause and really feel the weight of this. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your face is on a billboard, but that face isn't really yours. Imagine having children, but being terrified that the handlers will take them if you don't perform. The emotional toll here is tragic. If Kanye is right, then Beyoncé isn't a celebrity. She is a hostage. And the saddest part? Most people won't believe her if she tries to speak up. We are trained to call whistleblowers crazy. We did it to Kanye. We did it to Britney. We do it to anyone who breaks the script. Beyoncé has been so heavily manufactured that she can't even have a bad day without it being a PR crisis. She has to smile through the pain. She has to dance through the exhaustion. The world demands entertainment, and the industry found a way to provide it forever by making the entertainer immortal. But at what cost? She is a mother. She is a daughter. She is a human being. Or at least she was. Here is what keeps me up at night. Kanye pointed out that cloning rumors don't just surround Beyoncé, they surround everyone who suddenly changed their personality overnight. Jim Carrey, Dave Chappelle, even Michael Jackson. People who started speaking differently, moving differently after a hiatus or a traumatic event. Kanye argues that these aren't mental breakdowns. These are system malfunctions. When a clone realizes it's a clone, it glitches. And Hollywood has a whole team of doctors to fix the glitch, not to help the person. They help the product. So where does this leave us? Are we the bad guys for buying the concert tickets, for streaming the albums? Every time we stream Cuff It, are we funding the laboratory that keeps Baby B in a glass case? Kanye wants us to look at the music industry differently. He says we are worshiping idols made of wax and electricity. The truth is, we may never know for sure. The industry is too powerful. The NDAs are too airtight. But you cannot unsee the evidence once you look at it. Look at the Super Bowl performance. Are they present, or are they just hitting their marks? Look at the documentary. Does it feel real, or does it feel like a recruitment video for the factory? Kanye West took a massive risk bringing this up. He knows he looks like the villain. He knows people will call him jealous. But he keeps saying it. He keeps yelling. Maybe because he sees himself in her. He knows that if he takes one wrong pill, he's next. He knows that Kanye, the person, will disappear, and Ye, the hologram, will start touring in his place. So, what do you believe? Do you think this is just a wild theory from a man who has lost his grip on reality? Or did Kanye just accidentally tell us the truth about why your favorite singer doesn't smile with her eyes anymore? One thing is certain. The woman in the Crazy in Love video had a fire in her soul that seems impossible to fake. But the woman on the Renaissance tour? She is flawless. And maybe that's the scariest part of all. Because nothing that perfect is ever truly real. Let me know down in the comments, do you see the difference? And if you do, pray for her. Because if Kanye is right, she can't save herself. She's already been recycled, and we are all just watching the rerun.